Are you a little bit skeptical about manifestation? If so, good for you. Because the way it's described most of the time is pure bullshit. Just put out a wish to the universe, sit back, and wait for the good times to come rolling in. No, that's not real manifestation. Of course, you'd be cynical about that. Anyone would. Today, though, we're going to talk about two aspects of manifestation that even a skeptic could love. In most cases, the manifestation process starts with somebody wanting something. They think they want a thing, health or money or a relationship, or they think they want an experience. They want to go to Europe. They want to be a better athlete. Actually, that's not what they want. What they want is the feeling that they imagine that thing or that experience will give them. And the feeling that most of us are chasing, I think, boils down to some variation of calm and confident. We want to feel calm and confident. And we think that thing or that experience is going to get us there. But the first rule of manifestation that makes a lot of sense to me is that you should reverse engineer the process. Rather than imagining something is going to make you feel calm and confident, go ahead and begin behaving in a calm and confident manner. That makes it more likely that you will get that thing. It's an indirect type of process. It's not that having a great job and more money would make you confident. Sounds logical, but actually flip it. The basic rule is this: behave as if you already have the thing that you're seeking. And in most cases, that means behaving in a calm, confident, happy manner. You're not questing, you're not striving, you're not grabbing, because you've already got the thing you want. And once you begin to behave in that manner, you leap ahead to your future self, to the feeling that you imagine that thing will get you. You're much more likely to draw it, no matter what it is, a person or money or health, into your life, because your behavior is already there. I think this takes a little getting our heads around, but it works for all situations. Let me give you an example. I'm struggling with it now. I'm not telling you I've manifested it yet, but this is something I want to manifest. I really want to be a better dancer. And for me, that boils down to the two C's again. I want to be a more calm and confident dancer. And recently, like a nincompoop, I put out to the universe, I want a dancing challenge. I said that at the beginning of 2025. And almost immediately, boy, did I get one. I started dancing a new dance, West Coast Swing. Went to a party. The instructor was really good. I said to my friends, hey, we should see if he teaches private lessons. So I go up to this guy and I'm like, do you teach private lessons? He's like, sure. He tells me where he does them. He's got a ballroom in his home. He'd be glad to work with me and my friends. He lives super close to us. We're like, well, this will be easy. We can split the cost of the lesson. It just seemed to fall into place super easy. And we've got a lesson to see him the next Wednesday. And my friend Felicia called me. She's like, oh my God, do you know who that guy is? I've been looking him up. Felicia's like that. She starts Googling things and she knows. She just knows. And she's like, this guy is the standard in the syllabus. He's a huge deal. He was a champion dancer for years. He moved here from California. I don't know why he would agree to work with 3 beginners. I can't believe we're working with him. He teaches teachers. And I'm like, oh my God. So I got my challenge. Another thing, though, that I really believe in is the Buddhist quote that when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. So with quick speed and me not doing very much rather than just saying, hey, are you available? The universe brought me my teacher. The only problem was I wasn't sure that the student was ready. And this guy scares the hell out of me. I'm not an easily intimidated person. I'm so afraid of this man. He's so competent. He's so good at what he does that I don't show up calm and confident. I show up trembling like a goddamn chihuahua. And of course, we were trying to do something last week and he had me in dance hold and he's like, do a body roll. And he was like, you're kind of stiff. I think you're having trouble giving up control. And I'm like, no shit. I was having major trouble giving up control because I couldn't get to the feeling that I wanted. Ergo, I wasn't being able to do the steps that would take me to that feeling. It's a very hard thing to get your mind around because we have to feel like we've earned everything. I think it's really hard for us to claim behavior that we didn't quote unquote earn. How dare I have this job if I don't have all the degrees and qualifications that would earn me this job? How dare I have this man? He could have anybody. Why would he choose me? How dare I have this teacher who is a true gift from the universe? But am I really deserving? Am I good enough to even learn what he's trying to teach me? We talk ourselves out of getting what we want. We can't get into that calm and confident headspace. And I think we should be a little easy on ourselves here. It's not natural as humans for us to be calm. I mean, look at it this way. Look who and what we are. Back in the caveman days, sitting around the fire, some people noticed, those bushes are rustling. I wonder if there's a tiger behind them. Some people noticed, every now and then it gets cold. We've just made a big kill and we brought in the harvest and there's plenty of money for the plenty of food for the tribe now. But I've noticed that periodically it gets colder for no reason that anybody can figure out, but it does get colder every now and then. So maybe we should save some of that grain. In other words, we are descended from the best warriors. It's actually encoded in human DNA. The people that notice the bushes rustling, the people that put aside a little for the winter, they're the ones that survived. They're the ones that reproduced. They're the ones that made us. So here we are, this nervous, shaky group, descended from the best warriors in the tribe. And it's hard to leap ahead and claim that behavior. It feels like imposter syndrome. It feels like you're pretending to be calm when you actually aren't. But I think it's actually the opposite of imposter syndrome. It's embodying what you want your future self to be and trusting that if you can embody the behavior, that everything else will come with it. I know without question that if I showed up next week and walked into my dance lesson with my shoulders back, wearing a nice outfit, laughing and joking, calm, confident, yeah, let's give it a shot, I'd dance better. I don't have to dance better to earn the calm. If I was calmer, I'd dance better. The second idea is easier to get your head wrapped around. It's a little less esoteric. You should also just exhibit gratitude. Rather than focusing on what you don't have, show gratitude all the time for what you do have. You might have a problem with your health, and it's natural to focus. If you've got a problem with your joints, with joint pain, then naturally you're focusing on that and you're not thinking, oh my God, I've got such a strong heart. I'm so lucky that my vision is good. There's no cancer in my family. Try to focus on the things that are going well. Express gratitude for what you do have. You might not have the relationship you want, but you've got such a fantastic circle of friends. Show gratitude for the money that you do have. And that way you're open and appreciative for more money when it comes. Gratitude, I think, is kind of a spiritual on-ramp. It can get you farther faster in a spiritual moral sense than anything else. There's a phrase in Christianity that says if you only said one prayer in your life, and that prayer was thank you, it would be enough. And I think there's a lot of wisdom in that. Grateful people receive more. They do that in their relationships. They do that in their work. They do that in their health. So if you can go straight to gratitude for what you have, I think that prepares you more than anything else to receive more. It also puts you in a state of mind as you're noticing the things you're grateful for. You're also noticing opportunities. You're seeing all the chances that are spinning around you all the time that someone who's walking with their head down in a negative space won't even notice. But people who have their heads up and they're looking around and they're saying, oh my God, there's so many great things in the world. They're seeing the people that can help them. They're seeing the opportunities. They're seeing, the flyer that's got a class for something they want to learn. They're seeing the great deal on the next trip to Europe. They're seeing the opportunities to become what they want to become, much more than the rest of us. So let's just do a minor gratitude practice right now. Because, I think everybody knows the idea of keeping a gratitude journal, writing down things that they're grateful for. But let's just kind of quickly go through it now. What is one major thing you're grateful for. For me, it would be my grandchildren, but just something in a cosmic sense. What is some minor, tiny thing that you're really grateful for? And I know what mine is right now because I just used it. I got the best new omelet pan. And you guys know I'm obsessed with my omelets. I got a new pan and it is like, you can just go like that and then omelet. It's the best omelet pan. It's bringing me disproportionate joy. Who is someone in your life who has really seen you, understood you, got you right off the bat? What was a relationship that you didn't have to work for to feel accepted? Who is someone that you deeply love? What's the time that you got lucky? Something just fell into your lap, whether it was an opportunity or money. What part of your body is healthy and strong and just functions great? It's always there for you. What's an appliance or a machine in your house that's never broken down? What subject in school came easily to you? You didn't even have to study for it. See what I mean? Once you train your mind to think this way, you won't go, oh my God, everything in my closet makes me look dumpy. You'll go, oh my God, my navy linen dress always looks good on me. I am so lucky to have that dress that is just a no-brainer. I put it on, I feel great. You switch from noticing what's not working, which is back to the caveman thing. The predominance of human thought is what's not working and how can I fix it, to what's working just fine. And I should send out a vote of gratitude to the universe. So that is the bottom line on all of this. Manifestation for me is not about cosmic vibrational stuff and alignment with things. That kind of stuff, it starts sounding a little bit like Charlie Brown's teacher in my mind, kind of wah, 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 when people say it. But I can definitely get behind adopting the behavior of the person I want to be in the future. Exhibiting more calm and confidence. Thinking, what would a calm and confident woman do, wear, say, and feel in this situation? And I can definitely get behind more gratitude. I feel that gratitude is probably the key that unlocks everything that we want in life. It's probably the single most important thing that we can give ourselves, is a truly grateful heart. So, bottom line, if you do it right, woo-woo works.